Curran.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you.
Well, this does not portend well because Bruce just did all my material. Have you ever heard the expression, "That's funny," but not funny haha, funny strange? Which implies that it's not funny. People going, you know, there's a choice. There's funny and then there's strange. There's not funny. Well, I truly believe that there is a choice. And as far as I'm concerned, life is funny, ha ha. I was born as the first child into what would become a very, very tiny Irish Catholic family. Only 7 kids. My father was #1 in his class at Georgetown Medical School. My mother was #1 in her class at Yale Nursing School. So my future was pretty well predetermined. I was to be an underachiever. It was either that or a disappointment, and you know, I went for both. Ah! My parents, being of the American Irish Catholic type of that generation, as a disappointment, I usually got a lot of the discipline that they used back in those days, and that was a kind of a medieval discipline. For 12 years, first 12 years of my life, I thought a belt was something you wore across your backside. And I do have the scars to prove it, honest to God. But life is funny, ha ha. I mean, humor is what I got from my life, and humor is what got me out of the bad parts of my life. My ability to see humor took my bad things and transformed them into a miracle. And everyone has that choice. And I'm going to show you how everyone has that choice. Life is funny. My parents had me start school a year early, which meant when I went to school, well, first of all, they had me do it a year early because I was, you know, brilliant. It's true. I was so bright, my mother used to call me son. But going to school a year early, I was a year younger, I was a year smaller. My parents sent me to a Catholic school, which was 2.5 miles away. I did not live in the neighborhood. I mean, being smaller, being not from the neighborhood, and being scared to death really turned you into bully bait. It really did. And I had a job. My mother was really not that much into child rearing, so I was put in charge of raising all of my siblings. And every single morning, we had to walk to school, 2.5 miles. When your legs are about this long, that takes about an hour. All of us in a line in our little uniforms, marching like little paramilitary munchkins off to school, marching as to war, and so. But life is funny, ha ha, because I learned that responsibility. It wasn't a responsibility that was appropriate for a 6 or a 7 or an 8-year-old kid, but it's responsibility that I learned. That's why you probably know I'm always reaching out. I'm always trying to help people because that was literally my job for many, many, many years. And the humor helped me deal with it. And the humor helped me deal with the little kids because they'd pay attention to you if you could just make them happy and make them smile. Life is funny. After I'd get home from school and my shift of raising the kids was over, I would hide. I became really, really good at hiding. I used to wrap up in my blanket in bed like a cocoon. I would sleep in the crack between the mattress and the wall because it made me feel safe. I used to make hiding spaces in the boxes in our storage room. And then one day, I was looking for somewhere else to hide, and I found my parents' liquor storage cabinet. And I did. I found a new place to hide. And that's where I hid for many, many years, inside that bottle. But life is funny, ha ha. Because that was good booze. No, I learned all about that kind of stuff. When I was growing up, I learned that I listened to Bob Newhart. I listened to Alan Sherman. I listened to George Carlin. And that really gave me a roadmap to success. I mean, I followed what these guys could do. I just went, what a wonderful world that would be to be able to make people laugh all the time, to be able to make people happy. And by golly, I followed that roadmap. And because of that, I've been all over the world. I've been everywhere. I've been on some of the biggest stages everywhere. And humor can really change your life. Trust me on this. You can start developing your humor right now. Humor will work for you in almost any realm of your life. In a professional way, if you're doing a speech, humor not only helps get people's attention, but it helps with their retention. You can practice. You're developing your humor right now. Okay? Go outside or go to the grocery store, find somebody that you don't know, make up a story about their life. Just a silly little story. See, what you got to do is you've got to have the courage to be silly. You open up your eyes, you open up your mind, and you open up your heart. You've got to be 100% truthful, because truth is the most important thing. All humor comes from truth somewhere deep down. The more truthful you can be, the more natural your humor is going to be. There are lots of things you can do. Mad Libs, get those little books of Mad Libs that the kids use. I think those are so fun. And it's good practice, even for adults. You fill in the little blank and you do that, it's just terrific. Play with that. Don't try too hard, just play with it. Go out and take an improv class. Go out and take my improv class. Go out and take a comedy writing class. Or take my comedy writing class. But go out and start developing your sense of humor. Start developing your humor. Be honest, be straightforward, and you really can do what we've all wanted to do. You can change your life. And once you've changed your life, you can change everyone's life. Because life is funny, ha ha.